The small cafe nestled between the towering spires of New Terrace commercial district had seen better days. Its neon sign flickered intermittently, casting purple shadows across the rain-slicked pavement. Inside, the aroma of synthetic coffee mixed with the ozone scent of failing electrical systems. Mia sat in the corner booth, her scaled fingers trembling as she cradled the deactivated robot in her lap. The small mechanical dragon, no bigger than a house cat, had been her father's final gift before the void sickness claimed him. Its chrome scales were dulled now, its optical sensors dark and lifeless. "Please," she whispered, her reptilian eyes glistening with unshed tears. "Someone has to know how to fix you." She had tried every mechanic in the quadrant. The Zelfian technomancers claimed the machine's core was too primitive. The Andromedian cyber priests declared it beyond their divine protocols. Even the collective's hive engineers dismissed it as obsolete pre-Federation technology. The cafe door chimed. Mia looked up to see a human entering, shaking rain from his worn jacket. Kevin was unremarkable by galactic standards. No bio-enhancements, no cybernetic augmentations, no psionic implants, just flesh, bone, and that peculiar determination that made humans simultaneously fascinating and frustrating to the rest of the galaxy. "You the one who posted the repair request?" Kevin asked, sliding into the seat across from her. Mia's forked tongue flicked nervously. "You single quotes human. Last time I checked." He smiled, the gesture crinkling the corners of his eyes in that odd mammalian way. "Kevin Torres, freelance technician. You mentioned something about a dragon-class automaton." With careful reverence, Mia placed the robot on the table between them. Kevin leaned forward, his brown eyes scanning the intricate construction with an intensity that surprised her. Most beings would have already dismissed it. "Dragon-forged," she explained, her voice barely above a whisper. "My father made it himself. Before the war, before the sickness. It's all I have left of him." Kevin produced a multi-tool from his jacket, its design charmingly primitive compared to the nanofabricators most species used. "Mind if I take a look?" She nodded, watching as his fingers, so soft and vulnerable compared to her armored scales, began to probe the robot's access panels with surprising gentleness. "Interesting," Kevin murmured, his brow furrowing in concentration. "This power core, it's not standardized Federation tech. Dragon technology never is," Mia said quietly. "We don't build for compatibility, we build for permanence. That's the problem right there." Kevin glanced up, and she was struck by the absence of judgment in his expression. "The other mechanics you visited, they tried to apply their own technological frameworks to something fundamentally different. They saw incompatibility, they saw obsolescence, and you see, craftsmanship." He carefully extracted a crystalline component from the robot's chest cavity. The fragment caught the cafe's dim light, refracting it into rainbow patterns across the table. "This is a resonance matrix. Your father didn't just build a machine, he encoded it with harmonic frequencies, probably key to your specific biosignature." Mia's eyes widened. "How do you know this?" Kevin's smile turned rueful. "Because humans are the galaxy's most stubborn tinkerers. We've spent the last 2 centuries reverse engineering technology from 1,000 different species. When you can't outcompute the AI civilizations or outmanufacture the industrial collectives, you learn to adapt, to understand, to find the connection between different ways of thinking." He pulled out what looked like an ancient circuit tester, the kind that made the cafe's other patrons snicker quietly. "The Zelfians work in quantum probabilities, the Andromedians in divine algorithms. Dragons ... double quotes." He paused, meeting her gaze. "Dragons build with soul. You sound like my father," Mia whispered. Kevin's fingers moved with practiced precision, reconnecting crystalline pathways that no scanner would have detected. "Every species in this galaxy has their specialty. The collective has processing power. The Voidborn have dimensional mathematics. But humans, we're translators, bridge builders. We see the spaces between technologies and cultures, and we find ways to make them talk to each other. Is that what makes humanity special?" There was genuine curiosity in her voice now, not the dismissive skepticism she'd carried into this meeting. "Special." Kevin laughed softly, calibrating the resonance matrix with minute adjustments. "We're not special. Mia, we're just persistent, stubborn. We don't accept that incompatible means impossible. We don't believe that different means broken. He worked in silence for several minutes, his concentration absolute. Mia watched, fascinated by the juxtaposition of primitive tools and sophisticated understanding. This human wasn't trying to force her father's creation into a Federation standard framework. He was learning its language, speaking to it on its own terms. Your father, Kevin said suddenly, not looking up from his work. What was he like? The question caught Mia off guard. None of the other mechanics had asked about her father. They'd only seen a malfunctioning machine, a problem to be solved or dismissed. He believed in making things that lasted, she said softly, not just physically, but emotionally. He said that every creation should carry a piece of its maker's spirit. Kevin nodded, his fingers making one final adjustment. Then he was a true craftsman. Those are rare, regardless of species. The robot suddenly hummed to life. Its optical sensors flickered, then glowed with warm amber light. The small mechanical dragon stretched its wings, servos whirring smoothly, and tilted its head to look directly at Mia. Papa. She breathed, reaching out with trembling hands. The robot nuzzled against her palm, its movements fluid and natural. A small holographic projection emerged from its core, her father's face, smiling with that gentle warmth she remembered so well. For my little star, the recording played, the dragon's voice synthesizer perfectly capturing her father's rumbling timbre. When the darkness feels too heavy, remember that dragons carry their own light. And you, my daughter, shine brightest of all. Tears streamed down Mia's scaled cheeks. She looked at Kevin through blurred vision, struggling to find words adequate for what he'd just given back to her. How much do I owe you? She finally managed. Kevin was already packing his tools. Buy me a coffee. The real stuff, not that synthetic garbage. And maybe ... He paused, glancing at the small dragon now purring contentedly in her arms. Maybe tell me more about dragon forging. I'm always looking to learn. As Mia ordered 2 cups of genuine imported coffee, expensive enough to make her wince, but worth every credit, she realized something profound. The galaxy was filled with species more advanced than humanity, more powerful, more ancient. But perhaps the humans' greatest strength wasn't in what they could build or destroy. It was in their willingness to understand, to bridge, to see value in what others dismissed as obsolete or incompatible. Thank you, she said as Kevin accepted his coffee, for seeing what others couldn't. Kevin raised his cup in a small salute. That's what humans do best, Mia. We fix what's broken not by replacing it, but by understanding what made it work in the first place. The small mechanical dragon chirped happily between them, its restored heart beating with the rhythm its creator had intended. And in that moment, in a rundown cafe on the edge of the galaxy, 2 very different beings found common ground in the universal language of care, craft, and connection. Outside, the rain continued to fall on New Terra's endless cityscape. But inside, warmth had returned to a corner that had known only cold grief for far too long.